Hello everybody. Today we will talk about 3 vacation spots in the Philippines. Before we start on our video, please like, subscribe, share and leave a comment. If you think that it is an interesting video, please continue watching. So let's get started now. With many goals in the nation, the best 3 on rundown are the followings. 1. Boracay. Boracay is situated in the northwest corner of Panay Island that has a place with the Visayas Island gathering of focal Philippines in the Pacific. It is one of the nation's most well-known visitor goals, and now, it turned into a universal goal as well. The White Beach and Bulabog Beach are only the 2 essential travel industry seashores, which are situated on inverse sides of the island. Besides taking a plunge of the precious stone blue water, you can likewise take a vessel around the island, employ a motorbike or bike to enjoy the spot, or go horseback riding, and experience the local towns and views that standard guests don't do. Furthermore, this will reveal you that Boracay has one of the most excellent nightfalls. All things considered, you would prefer not to miss it. What's more, the enjoyment doesn't end there yet, since Boracay nightlife is throbbing with such a large number of bars and eateries around that will give you enjoyment until daybreak. Boracay in the Philippines is among the best seashores on its country. It is a direct result of the incredible sand and clean waters that make Boracay an awesome seashore to unwind. There are additionally heaps of foundations there in Boracay that can improve their experience. The nightlife there during top seasons, for example, Heavenly Weeks and All Holy People's Day, are incredible because heaps of individuals go to Boracay to have a great time. Be that as it may, what happens to Boracay during the slow time of year when the awful breezes show up? It might appear to be moronic for bunches of individuals to go there when the breezes are frightening and the downpour is pouring. Who might need to swim when the downpour pours and makes you chill more? The downpour will likewise make individuals feel that it will hose their joyful nightlife. However, here are a few reasons why it is still alright to go to Boracay regardless of whether it is a slow time of year. Here are a few reasons that can help persuade individuals that Boracay is extraordinary regardless of what season it is. 1. It is less expensive to go to Boracay during the slow time of year. On the off chance that you are on a careful spending plan, it is the best time to go. The flights from Manila to Cataclan are less expensive. On the off chance that you are on a careful spending plan and have movement issues when riding pontoons, you can simply go during the slow time of year since you can ride the planes and it can even now accommodate your financial limit. The lodging facilities and nourishment are likewise less expensive, as a rule up to 25%. 2. The solid breezes can help make an encounter riding a para or a unique sort of sail increasingly fun. For 500 pesos you can have the option to cruise with 2 healthy ocean goers. You can have the option to appreciate cruising for an hour on the shoreline. You can have the option to watch the clear waters when sitting on the parawas left wing while at the same time hanging on the ship as fixing for help. 3. The back rub will be less expensive contrasted with needs in Manila. You can have the option to get needs for just 350 pesos in your room and have coconut oil scoured on you. 4. Surfing on a kiteboard is better on a blustery day. It is known as a kiteboard because the individual will lash their feet onto the surfboard and will rope their chest area to a 15-foot kite. Digger, would you be able to have the option to do that on a late spring day with no wind? The cost of kiteboarding is around $200 because it incorporates mentors and P1000 every hour for the board. It is less expensive to pay this sum than take care of for future medical clinic tabs when you end up in a mishap. These are just a couple of reasons why Boracay in the Philippines is as yet an enjoyable spot to go to during the slow times of the year. Ensure that you can have the option to discover your motivation behind why going there during the slow time of year is as yet fun. 2. Bohol. Situated in the central Visayas district, Bohol is the home of neighborly and warm individuals. Boholanos, as what the locals are called, are extremely pleased with the normal ponders that are presented on the island. To give some examples, it is the home of the well-known Chocolate Hills. Envision seeing no under 1,268 slopes, that are uniform fit as a fiddle and will turn chocolate dark colored during summer, and from which the name was determined. You can likewise observe the tarsiers, one of the littlest known primates, and be flabbergasted when they knocked some people's socks off by 180 degrees. Bohol is likewise honored with various white sand seashores, and Panglao Island is one of the renowned goals, having fine sand. It has countless top-class jumping destinations, which both outside and neighborhood jumpers would consider as divers' safe houses. Bohol is a province of the Philippines, in the country's central Visayas region. It comprises Bohol Island and numerous smaller surrounding islands. Bohol is known for coral reefs and unusual geological formations, notably the Chocolate Hills. On the main island, near the town of Carmen, these 1,200 or so symmetrical mounds turn cocoa brown in the dry season, contrasting with the surrounding jungle's greenery. Offshore from the southwestern capital, Tagbilaran in Panglao Island. The islands have beach resorts and renowned dive sites around South Coast Alona, as well as diving schools and opportunities for dolphin watching. Inland, the forest of the Raja Sikatuna protected landscape is popular for bird watching and trekking. The tarsier sanctuary in Kerala helps preserve the endangered Philippine tarsier, a tiny, bug-eyed primate. Wooden boats serve traditional buffets as they follow the Labak River to Busay Falls. Around Antikira are caves and waterfalls. The Philippines is an archipelago, having 107 islands, and is rich in nature, warm individuals, regular ponders, and loaded up with charming revelations. The Philippines is currently viewed as one of the top goals on some of countries, having 1.5 million remote traveler appearances for the principal semester this year. 3. Palawan. Palawan is situated in the western Visayas region, and the islands stretch from Mindoro to Borneo in the southwest. The spot is for experienced searchers and nature darlings, and it's popular for its marine havens, white sand seashores, and outlandish untamed life. One of the must-see in Palawan is the Taban Cave. It is 138 hectares, of tough precipices and profound slants. Because of its significance to Philippine history and legacy, the site was announced a museum reservation site by excellence by the Philippine government. Another is the El Nido Marine Hold. The grand scenes, completely clear waters, and the seclusion from the large horde of the city normally pull in and captivate the explorers of the spot. Kayaking, swimming, plunging, climbing to the pinnacle of the island, fledgling viewing, sunbathing on a white seashore are only a portion of the exercises you can appreciate. Palawan is the Philippines' biggest area. Its whole environment is home to immaculate woods, lovely seashores, and unpolluted waters, offering an astonishing exhibit of marine life. With more than 1,780 islands that stretch from the Mindoro Strait down to the tip of Borneo, Palawan is a definitive experience goal. Focal Palawan. Puerto Princesa is the capital of Palawan. It is the best spot to remain in while investigating Focal and southern Palawan. There are a few journeys that can be done as day trips from Puerto Princesa. A 3-hour drive to the subterranean river in Sabong is de rigueur when visiting Palawan. The waterway goes through a limestone cavern, which is said to be the longest safe stream-navigated burrow on the country. On the off chance that swimming or island bouncing is the experience of decision, a day trip or a medium-term remain at Honda Bay won't baffle you. Organizations and lodgings in Puerto Princesa offer bundled visits around Honda Bay. South Palawan. The south of Palawan doesn't have the same number of attractions as its northern territory, yet it has caverns and cascades worth investigating. The Taban Caves is a huge system of caverns where 40 multi-year-old human remains have been found in the pre-noteworthy cemetery. The caverns can be come to by a 30-minute vessel ride from Quezon. North Palawan. The best places to visit in North Palawan are the Bacuit Archipelago and Port Barton. Port Barton is a town settled on a lovely seashore that brags of shocking nightfalls. With its quiet and isolated climate, it is an incredible spot for families. The Bacuit Archipelago comprises lopsided limestone islands that rise out of the waters of Bacuit Bay. It is the best spot to do some investigating on a banca, or swimming in the dynamic coral gardens, or having an outing on a left stretch of the seashore. The Calamian Group. The Calamian group resembles a little form of Palawan, complete with all the principal attractions that Palawan brings to the table: unadulterated, white sand seashores, virgin rainforests, loosening up lodging, and staggering jump and swimming locales. Besides, the Calamian group is home to certain attractions that the remainder of Palawan doesn't offer: the beautiful pools of Coron Island and Wreck making a plunge Busuanga Island. There are over 10 wrecks around Busuanga, which comprise of Japanese warships and shipper sends that were brought somewhere near American plains during World War II. The disaster areas are found at different profundities, which give jumping chances to the two tenderfoots and prepared jumpers. Coron Island has two fundamental attractions: Lake Barracuda and Lake Kayangan. Lake Barracuda is well known with jumpers because of its exceptional degrees of new, salt and briny water. It tends to become a troublesome 25-meter move over an unpleasant divider on the island. Lake Kayangan has three great arms that reach the unpleasant, wilderness-secured zones of Coron Island. It tends to be gotten to by ascending a lofty mountain divider. Palawan is an uncommon pearl. Each voyager ought to, at any rate, visit Palawan once during their lifetime. With its interesting biodiversity, untainted woodlands, and lovely seashores, Palawan is the Philippines' last boondocks. I will include a beautiful place like Cebu. That might be a pompous proclamation to make, however, in the wake of perusing this video completely, let us talk more on history of Cebu than its great beaches. There is a decent possibility that you do consent to offer that expression also. On the whole, let's get down to the nuts and bolts. Cebu, as referenced, is in the Philippines. Presently, when you notice the Philippines, it is either Manila or Boracay. Those are the primary spots to ring a bell. In any case, we guarantee you that Cebu is in the same class as both those spots. Even better, there is no compelling reason to go through different places. Cebu is even straightforwardly available from different nations, for example, Singapore and Hong Kong, China. Since Cebu is profoundly urbanized, voyagers don't have to stress over where to buy toiletries and different necessities because there are retail chains and 24-hour comfort stores deliberately found everywhere throughout the city. Be that as it may, enough about that and let's get legitimately to the great stuff. The Olongo Wildlife Sanctuary ought to consistently figure conspicuously in a tourist's itinerary item to Cebu, Philippines. Right now, ready to get a look at changed types of relocating winged creatures originating from places similar to China and Siberia. Because of concentrates made of this normal marvel, these winged creatures pick Olongo as a wintering ground and an approach to building their fat saves before they continue the flight. Cebu as Fort San Pedro is the most established tri-bastion fortress in the Philippines. Worked in 1565, its 8-foot-thick dividers and 30-foot-tall pinnacle took the stand concerning a few wars, not the least would be World War II, in which it filled in as the sleeping shelter for American officers. Casa Gorordo Museum is additionally one of the all-around adored goals of sightseers once they land in Cebu. Taking a voyage through this all-around kept exhibition hall resembles venturing into some other time and period because of the beautiful antique furniture in plain view and the protection of private highlights from the past times, for example, the glorious yard. Also, talking about Gorordo, ensure that you visit 415 Gorordo Avenue in Lahug, Cebu City, since that is the location of the Sala Piano Museum. Right now, have the option to see an assortment of around many pianos of various shapes and sizes. In conclusion, there's the Kawasan Falls in Matutinao, Batayan. Seeing this lofty cascade would no uncertainty make you think that are so fortunate to live in such an excellent world. There is still a lot of things that the Philippines offers, and it's simply there, holding back to be found. Along these lines, travel to the Philippines now. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you like and got an idea for our topic for today regarding 3 vacation places in the Philippines. See you in our next video.